I don't know about you, but right now it feels like NASCAR is standing at a crossroads, and we're all watching it happen in real time. Because heading into 2026, something shifted. And it's not just another schedule tweak or a small rules adjustment. This feels deeper. It feels like the kind of move that forces you to ask what this sport really wants to be. We're talking about the Daytona 500, the race, the one that makes legends, the one that sets the tone for the entire season. And suddenly, the way drivers even survive long enough to take the green flag has changed in a way that's already got the garage buzzing. It's intense, it's controversial, and honestly, it might reshape how we look at the biggest race of the year. If you're a real NASCAR fan, you already know this isn't just about qualifying. It's about identity. It's about fairness. It's about who gets to fight for history and who gets sent home. Before we break it all down, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button and subscribe. NASCAR Insider News is a brand new channel, and we're trying to reach our first 100 subscribers. If you live and breathe NASCAR like I do every single week, this is the place for you. All right, now let's really dig into this, because this is where it gets serious. According to Fox Sports insider Bob Pockrass, NASCAR just adjusted the qualifying format for the 2026 Daytona 500, and these are not cosmetic changes. These are pressure cooker, careers on the line type changes. Here's how it works now. On Wednesday night, under the lights at Daytona International Speedway, we'll have single-car qualifying. Just the car, the driver, the clock. No drafting help, no teammate pushing you, just raw speed. And this time, the top two open cars on speed lock themselves in. Immediately. No duels, no drama, no chaos. If you're one of those two fastest open entries, you punch your ticket and you can finally breathe. But everyone else? You're thrown into the fire. The rest of the open teams will have to race their way in during the qualifying duels on Thursday, February 12th. And here's the twist that changes everything. There's only one open spot available in each duel. One. That means if you didn't lock in on pure speed Wednesday night, you're going into a short, aggressive, high-stakes race knowing that only one of you advances. It's ruthless. It's survival. It's Daytona at its most unforgiving. And here's the math that makes this even tighter. 37 drivers are already locked into the Daytona 500 field. That's the 36 chartered teams, plus one guaranteed open entry. That entry belongs to Jimmy Johnson. Thanks to the open exemption provisional, a rule created for elite drivers who aren't racing full-time, Johnson doesn't have to fight his way in. He doesn't have to sweat through qualifying. He's in. And that changes everything for the rest of the open teams. Because now 8 drivers are fighting over just 4 spots. Anthony Alfredo, Justin Allgaier, Corey Heim, Corey LaJoie, BJ McLeod, Casey Mears, Chandler Smith, JJ Yaley. Only half of them will make the show. The other half, they go home. And remember, this is the Daytona 500. This isn't just another Sunday race. This race opens the season. It defines narratives, it builds momentum, and in 2026, it matters even more. Because the chase format is back. The top 16 drivers in points after the regular season will enter a 10-race championship showdown. No eliminations, no resets every few weeks. Just straight pressure across 10 races, and whoever has the most points at the end wins the cup. That means winning early matters again. Consistency matters again. And a Daytona 500 win? That's a massive head start. History already hangs heavy here. NASCAR has opened the season with the Daytona 500 every year since 1982. William Byron has won the last 2 Daytona 500s. Denny Hamlin still stands as the active leader with 3 Daytona 500 victories. Every driver knows what's at stake when they roll onto that grid, which is why tightening qualifying like this feels huge. Because on one hand, NASCAR is saying, you want in? Earn it. No safety net. No mercy. But then, just days after laying down these strict survival of the fastest rules, the sport walked into a completely different storm at the NASCAR Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium. And that's where the identity crisis starts showing. The Clash was supposed to be gritty, old school, short track beating and banging. Instead, it turned into a lightning rod. Bad weather rolled in. Sleet started falling mid-race. Teams were ready, they had wet weather tires prepared. But NASCAR paused the race to dry the track. Then officials instructed teams to switch to wet weather tires before resuming. No choice, no strategy call, everyone the same. Later, on lap 165, NASCAR ordered a mandatory fuel stop because multiple cars ran out of gas. And during that stop, Carson Hocevar and the number 77 team bolted on slick tires instead of wets. They got penalized. And that's when insiders really started pushing back. Jeff Gluck didn't sugarcoat it. On the teardown, he basically said he doesn't like the feeling that NASCAR is hand-holding teams. He compared it to Formula One, where teams make their own tire calls, take the risk, live with the consequences. If you gamble on dry tires in wet conditions and it fails, that's on you. If you run light on fuel to gain speed and run out, that's on you. But the mandatory fuel stop reset everything. Teams that had carefully managed fuel saw their strategy wiped away. Teams that gambled and were about to pay the price got bailed out. James Small, crew chief for Chase Briscoe and the number 19 car, wasn't shy about his frustration either. And honestly, as fans, we feel that tension too. Because NASCAR has always sold itself on risk and consequence. Make the wrong call, your night's over. That's racing. So here's the irony. For Daytona qualifying, NASCAR is brutal. Miss your lap? Too bad. Miss your duel? Go home. No mercy. But when chaos hits during an actual race, suddenly there are pauses, mandated tire choices, mandated fuel stops, 2 completely different philosophies. And as 2026 approaches, the Daytona 500 is starting to feel like more than just the season opener. It feels like a test. Is NASCAR leaning into survival of the fittest, or is it trying to control the outcome when things get messy? Because if you're telling open teams they have to fight for their lives just to make the field, fans are going to notice when that same toughness disappears once the green flag drops. And that's the tension heading straight into Daytona. So, what does this all mean? It means this Daytona 500 isn't just about who wins. It's about what kind of sport NASCAR wants to be. Do you trust teams to make their own calls? Do you reward pure speed and smart strategy? Or do you intervene to keep things tight and controlled? For the drivers fighting to qualify, there is no safety net. It's speed or nothing. For the championship hopefuls, the chase being back means every single point from Daytona forward matters again. And for us fans, we're watching closely. Because the Daytona 500 always sets the tone. And in 2026, it might set the identity. Now I want to hear from you. Do you like the new qualifying format? Do you think NASCAR stepped in too much at the Clash? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's actually talk about this. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button. And if you're a real NASCAR fan who wants honest opinions and real conversation, subscribe to NASCAR Insider News. We're a brand new channel pushing toward our first 100 subscribers, and every single one of you makes this community stronger. Daytona is coming. The pressure is building. And I promise you, this season is going to say a lot about the future of this sport.